All right, so in this video, peoples, we are going to look at how we turn on the closed captioning in presentations or subtitles. These are captions which are done live, and I will show you how we do that right now. So first off, we go to present, and then once it's all loaded up, we have this little option down here. So let's see what our options are. We can have them at the bottom or the top, bottom or the top. Just because my head's up the top, I'm going to have mine down the bottom, and large, or let's check out extra large. Let's see how this goes. So let's turn these on. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that we have shrunken our screen. Now, it is a smart... Okay, so let's talk about the most obvious thing. It's not perfect. I'm actually going to shrink that down one more size. We want it to be large, at least a little bit, because we want to be able to see it everywhere in the classroom. Now, if I speak clearly and not my usual mumble, which is what I would be doing in the classroom, we see that it becomes much, much clearer. Now, it's not perfect, but it does have an advantage over people not being able to understand what it is that you're talking about. So by turning this on, we have a live feed of closed captions based on what we're saying. Now, I will do this. Full stop. I like that it gives us the chance to include question marks and so forth. So now it's trying to work out what it was. All right. Question mark. Look, as I said, it's not perfect. It works, I think, a lot smoother than the PowerPoint version, like the way it picks up what you're saying and the corrections that it makes. It does have the downside, however, that it's a one long run-on sentence. So, whereas PowerPoint, if you pause, it'll put a new line. So that's all good, but I think this one actually does a better job. I think this is something important for us to be using. It allows us to increase our accessibility. If you're in primary school, there's a very, very good chance, or elementary school, that you will have a sound field or something similar that allows you to increase the audio above the background. In a high school, however, or in a board meeting or whatever, or presentation, pitch meeting, this might not be an option. Now, we want to increase accessibility as much as possible, to the point where I think, at least as teachers, we're not doing our jobs if we aren't. I'm not saying that you're negligent if you're not using something like this, but I do think if you're not using this when you present using a PowerPoint to a class or to a group of people, you're not being inclusive. You're not making it as easy as possible for those who have the difficulties to get what it is you're saying. For example, one of the things I started doing with my teaching, my mother was deaf, and deaf, not death. She's, anyway, whatever. My mother was deaf, and, now it gets it. And it always annoyed me that, like, she had a cochlear implant, but it always annoyed me that we had to have the subtitles on. But I understood why. And one of the things that this made, because background noise was really hard for her, one of the things that this really made me reflect on in my teaching is, why don't I always have the subtitles or the closed captions on in my videos if I show a video in class? And there was no reason, right? One of the things I did notice is that if we were watching a video in class and we had the closed captions on, the engagement was higher. And the engagement was higher because it worked out that some students just couldn't hear above the background noise. And this is another thing. I've used this for the last few weeks since I found out about it. and I love it. It's worked really well in my class. It's increased engagement. I've had students tell me that it's made their lives a lot easier, and I think this is a great thing. Anyway, so that's how you do it. You come down here. I've had my little rant. You click on closed captions, turn it off, or you press Control-Shift-C. You can choose where you want it, top, bottom. It doesn't matter. Again, I've explained why I put it down the bottom for this video. I usually have it up top, actually. In the classroom, I would have this up top. And the reason I would have it up top is because if you've got any shorter kids, they might not be able to see what's going along the very bottom of the screen. And it does go along the very bottom of the screen. So yeah, anyway, that's closed captioning. I think it's important to use. If you have any questions, hit me up, put them in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Oh, no, wait. So ways to improve this, because there are limitations to it. A headphone, which is Bluetooth and synced up to your laptop, will make all the difference. It will mean that it is taking the sound directly from you, and not from the big open mic around the room. It still works, but it does mean you are stuck near the laptop. What it also means is if you have a Bluetooth headphone in, is that you shouldn't go and have conversations with a student in the corner that might be somewhat sensitive while you have it in connected to the PowerPoint. Like, just say you've got the PowerPoint left up there. Everything you say will be transcribed, however poorly, usually pretty good actually. Along the bottom, you really, really shouldn't, this is important, have this in your ear. Same as if you've got an FM for a student, you don't want that around your neck while you're having a sensitive conversation with another student. Okay, now that's it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye now.